Hey guys, JPlay here, and today we're going to be playing some Magic the Gathering Arena. In particular, we're going to be trying some of these special events, so I believe these are the ones inspired by famous streamers and YouTubers and such like. So they're variant rule sets, and today we're going to be trying Gaby's Greedy Dominaria draft. So I have tried this once before, it went quite well for me. But the idea is you start with 9 cards, you can play 2 lands per turn, and you have no maximum hand size. So it kind of changes the maths of the draft again a bit. So what I would like to choose may vary. I'm not so sure about this because I don't want to rely on that dedication to green. I think I'll go with Knave and Sentry. Flying is really strong in Dominaria, I think. Oh, presumably it's to get around enchantments. There's not... Davenant Trapper is really quite strong though as well. So I'm a bit tempted to try this out, see how it runs. And you never know, maybe I'll draft a Planeswalker. I like Tiana Ship's Caretaker, so I tried that before. So I'm thinking 3 colour might be fun for this. Syncopate is going to be worse than usual because there should be more Lana available. Dub is quite strong generally anyway. But I do like this. Yeah, no, I'm going to take that one. And it's legendary as well. We didn't choose the card which relies on having legendary. Nice. Yeah, no, Artificers, especially if we can get more legendaries or historic things. So, are artifacts historic? I think they might be. Opt is strong early game though, but I think I'll go for that one. Deep Freeze is quite strong, and I do want to stick with red, white and blue at this point. When I did try this before, I did quite well, but I originally drafted towards a 4 colour deck and then just took a colour out at the last minute, which may not be the wisest way to do it. So Arcane Flight is possibly my favourite out of those. Just adding flying is, like I say, strong. I'm tempted by another Arcane Flight, but I do need more creatures if I'm going to be taking this approach. Adding Menace is definitely worth it, especially for a flyer if they do manage to get a flyer out to block. I'm quite tempted by Unwind, but I think I do want to get more creatures at this point. Curator's Ward, if I can play that on a flying creature. I do like Dub, but let's go for Curator's Ward. I've not really tried it before. Rescue in case of danger. I will just put that stuff in the sideboard because it doesn't make any difference to me. I mean, it's a 1/3 for 2, even if I don't end up using the other stuff. In Bolus Clutches looks very good. So that's a way to make expensive things cheaper. Oh, I do like Baird though. That's also good. There's some interesting choices there. But I think I'll go for Baird. Just helps, especially for aggro. Pegasus Courser is just so strong, but you may cast historic spells as though they had flash. I haven't tried that before, so that's interesting. I definitely want Shalai. 2/2 with lifelink or 1/1 flying with that scry ability. I think I'll go for the 1/1 flying. But I will call the cavalry. I've not got much red in here at all, actually. Maybe I'm better off dropping Tiana. Yeah, I'll take another one of those artificers things. I like the idea of Diligent Excavator, but I don't have enough in this pack to force to mill another player. You know, it's pick 7 of the second thing. It's too late to pivot to try and do a mill deck. I did try one of those the other day in normal Dominaria draft. It might be slightly easier in this one. I just think Invoke the Divine, deal with enchantments, artifacts, that sort of thing. So as soon as I say I don't have enough to start milling, I'm going to start drawing creatures which help me mill, but I'll put that in anyway because it's a 3/3 generally. I like opt for targeted card draw, but I do want to have more creatures, so I'll just pick a card, sideboard it. I do like Board the Weatherlight just for getting, because the historics are generally going to be the better things in my deck anyway. I'll sideboard that. I might make a Saproling deck at some point. Four 3 flyer. I'm not so fussed about the, so I'm not going to have the 5 colours to make things cheaper. But still, it's a 4/3 flyer for 4. The alternative would be a 3/4 flyer for 4. Yeah, so I'll go with that. Give it a go. And I am conscious of the fact that if I'm doing this, maybe I should chuck a squee in there. Gives me a bit more dedication to red, seeing as I'm a little bit committed to the 3. But Clouded Reader Sphinx is just stronger, I think. I like Grun the Lonely King as an idea. I've never actually played with one, but I got some in paper as well, and I need to build a deck including that at some point. Again, flying is just handy. I do like Short Sword. Oh, well, I guess that selects it. I'll chuck another Homerid Explorer in. No, I'll put a Keldon Overseer just because I want to have a bit more red in this deck. But it is 7 to really get much out of it. I know it's 3/1 with haste, which is handy in itself, but 7 is where it really shines. I might have the mana for it though. So I prefer Homerid Explorer, but I don't want to over-dedicate because I don't have, like, the main benefit of Homerid Explorer is if you're trying to mill someone. So in this case, I probably would choose Charge. It's a 2/1 for 2, and it's also historic, which works with some of the triggers I have. So I'm not building around wizards, really, but I might as well chuck that in anyway. That's basically just counter, but there is a slight chance it will work with some stuff which I have going. On the other hand, yeah, let's go for Relic Runner. I need probably a lower end of my curve. Shield of the Ram was good, but I think I'll chuck another wizard in the deck anyway. See, I can't get behind Bardic Wanderer. There's no fun in that. Do I have any artifacts in here? I've got like a little bit of equipment, but okay. Low end, just straight as a goblin. Another Benelish on a guard. Another Homerid Explorer. I could have had 4 Homerid Explorers and that other thing now, so I guess it makes sense. Okay, so I've got 52 cards. I've got to get rid of 12. I do have such little dedication to red, but maybe that is just an easy way to cut for a more predictable. So that's just a 4/3 flyer, which is difficult to cast. I think that's going to have to. I think I'm going to have to take out the reds. So I don't have that many instants or sorceries, so it's probably not worth keeping this guy when his main benefit is that. I don't mind my curve being a little bit higher in this. I only have like 3 other wizards in here, so it's probably not worth keeping that. I don't have any planeswalkers, so I'm losing some of the utility of Oath of Teferi, which makes it just reasonably expensive way of destroying like bad enchantments and stuff like that. My curve is actually quite low for this format, which is perhaps disappointing, but I can at least aggro it. In which case I'm not sure I need Board the Weatherlight, because I am expecting to get a reasonable amount of lands. I can probably drop another creature or two, so I'll probably get rid of Knight of New Benalia. That's just a 3/1, right? There's nothing else exciting. It doesn't fly. That at least has a thing for legendary creatures, which I have like 3. Which is also not the most amazing, but if nothing else, it's a 2/2. Also, when I look at this, it shows Call the Cavalry as a non-creature spell, but it's basically a creature spell, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe I've got one more Artificer's Assistant than I need, and I think I am going to go down to 8 islands for this. I don't think 16 land is too bad. I've got a lowish curve for the format, and I will get 9 cards in hand. And yeah, mulliganing to 8 still isn't bad, is it? So in this format, I'll take anywhere up to about 7 lands in the starting hand. 5 or 6 is probably ideal, because that's a few turns, and that lets you play pretty much anything. So that's fewer lands than I would like, but yeah, 4 lands is still fine. Lets me play this chap, and then pass turn. Manowar Elves, so they're going to be ramping. Be interesting to see if they're getting big creatures out. Like too big for anything else which they might be doing. I'll put that out because it's still basically at least as good. Because the alternative would be to have played Tolarian Scholar and Enchanted it. Homerid Explorer with flying is even better. Oh, don't target myself to lose 4 cards. Ah, that can keep being played from the graveyard, so that wasn't such a hit. But I don't mind getting rid of a Gift of Growth. Right, so that's a 4/4 flyer now. God damn it, Gaia's Protector. Gonna ruin my life. No artifact or enchantments or anything I can do with that. Probably put Tolarian Scholar out as a chump for Gaia's Protector, and then swing with everything else. So I'm alright losing Tolarian Scholar here, but unless they can do something about the fact that I've got 8 in the air, I should be fine. Reach and Trample. Oh yes, I forgot they had that. Right, so let's trade that for that. So, if I swing with this, that will still kill this one, and then I can get 4 or 6 through, but I can't get 7 through. So I'll attack with everything and see if it seems worth it to get my charge out. Right, so if I can get 6 through, then whatever he blocks next time, I'm fine. So he or she, needs to deal with both of these, or at least one of them, and then block with their creature with reach next time. Okay, I might as well play that, just in case I need the board presence. And then do they have any other thing which they can do to take out this other one? No. Okay. Not a bad start. Swift Carp. I like the name Swift Carp. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Again, the charge I'm not going to be using anytime soon, but so I've got a turn 1 play, probably a turn 2 play there. Okay, getting rid of the creature with reach is probably good given my game plan, which is be in the air as much as possible. These out. Could make them discard another 4 cards, just to worry them that it might be a mill deck. Nah, it's probably best to just get that dude out. I'll just see if they want to trade. They probably don't, but if I fight with that one, then it will die. Oh, of course. That gets +1, +0 for every legendary creature I control. I should think sometimes. Tachiova is quite strong in this situation. So I'm going to just start swinging with everything, I assume. Try and do so much damage that they feel obligated to block with Tachiova. But the fact that they'll be getting 2 life and 2 extra cards each turn, and that really changes the maths a little bit. Ruining my day. A couple of 2/2s of vigilance. I'm not going to want to attack with anything because anything here could die. You know what? I've got this bloody deep freeze. I need to deep freeze maybe the flying cold water snapper. And no Benthic Druid is doing more right now. No, I need to get rid of that Benthic Druid. I don't mind so much. Oh, and it's hexproof, of course. Let's turn off pass turn in case it turns passes my turn. So I can make that either a 0-4 on the ground, or I can get rid of that card draw. Okay, in that case it's definitely not worth trying to do that. Right, so first thing, let's deep freeze that. Should have done it a while ago. Bit of a mistake. Almost wish I'd gone for the rest of those mulligan things. Right, so a couple of 2/2s can be killed instantly by that. I don't have the mana left to charge even if I was to use one of these other ones, so yeah, no attackers. Otherwise I'd happily trade by swinging with these 4. Yeah, I'll take 8. This is going to end up being the only reason they're below 18, isn't it? Below 20. At this rate. Damn it. Well, that's kind of ruined my day. If I go for this, it'll leave 1 planes behind, right? Yes. So, I want to get rid of that. I probably want to keep Arcane Flight, but they do have 2 creatures in the air anyway. Yeah, I'll keep Arcane Flight on top. Combat, attack, all attack. Yeah, why not? And that should take those guys out. Job's a good one. I'm out of cards in hand, but at least it's a less bad situation. Now if they swing with both, I'll have to chump the Cold Water Snapper. But then I can attack with everything else and they can't block everything. I wish Arcane Flight wasn't on the top now, actually. That was probably a poor decision. Especially now that they're on 19 life. Okay. I'm in trouble again. So, I need to give one of these guys flying. Can't attack with that one because I needed to block some of the damage coming in. But yeah, let's see how that goes. Just clear out some of my board. What's the disadvantage in that? Now I've got loads of damage which I can't avoid. I think that was a wise play. Well, Dominaria did have a lot of flying in. do remember that from the limited amount I've played. I did get... I have had open like maybe 30 or 40 packed in paper as well. But I haven't seen that much of the set overall. I may have gone to a pre-release for it as well, I can't remember. But yeah, I've opened 30 or 40 more recently. It seemed like a fun enough set. I'm not sure about Ravnica yet, Guilds of Ravnica. I'm quite enjoying it, but yeah, I'll keep this for these two, not really for the Arcane Flight. But again, like I say, I quite like having a lot of lands in this. I don't have a high enough curve really on this. I might try and do another draft afterwards, see how that goes. Let's get some of these tokens with vigilance out. Yeah, I'm fine taking 3 for that. It means I can swing next turn. 3 damage is 3 damage. And yeah, they get 1 green mana, but yeah, it's fine. So, I probably want to make everything hexproof. It's a shame I don't have any green to take full advantage of that. A couple of these out. Make one of these knights have flying, just in case it comes in handy. And then swing just with that one. And then hopefully I can block Radha with that using charge. Maybe that and that. Yeah, that's probably most sensible, unless they play anything else with haste. So they not save up for the kicker? They're only 1 mana off. Oh, especially as they could have used that ability. I think that was just a misplay. So, let's block. You with you. You with you. Let's do that one. So then I should be able to charge. So at least this didn't die, even if that survived, which is a shame. Oh, that's always a 4/5 now though, isn't it? Right, so I just want to attack with the aerial ones. Fan of Thorn Elemental. don't really have a way to deal with that. Okay. So I'll double block the Baloth Gorge. Maybe that's more important to double block. And then one of those should be able to survive, and then I can rescue it. No, I don't want to rescue it because I want it to do its damage. So I assume he'll take out the flyer, but yeah. Oh, I should have blocked that and rescued it. Right, now they can afford the kicker. So, planes is not what I need here. If these are hexproof, can I? I don't know whether it shows them when I'm doing that. No, no, no. Attack. I was just wondering if I can cast spells on them or not. Right, so they're going to go up to 18 probably next turn. So I can either chump the 7, but it can assign its combat damage though it won't blocked. So I don't think I should do that. I think I should try and take out the Baloth Gorger. And then hope I get something which can help with this Thorn Elemental. I do have that Deep Freeze somewhere in this deck. Huh. So I don't want them getting Shalai, so I'll take that back. I feel okay about that decision. Right, so I need to chump that, I think. That's the most damage. And I'll take 7, 10, 12 out of 13. I'm not in a good way, I'll admit. Have to be a goddamn miracle to save me now. Because there's nothing I can do about Thorn Elemental, is there? It can still, even if I block it, it can still kill me, I believe. Okay, so that's game. So I got a core 19 pack, I think just from playing a certain number of some colour of spell. Mythic Orange names are MTG Arena team members. Alright. I'm unlikely to be playing against any of those anytime soon. Axe 1M. Not quite as snappy a name as some of the others. Is it supposed to be Axime or something? Yeah, it's not great, but I'll give it a go. Get that short sword out and equipable. So that when I get, like... When I get my Baird out, ideally, I'll put it on that, but I can put it on the Tolarian Scholar first. I can either make Tolarian Scholar a 3-4... No, it's definitely best just to put Baird out straight away anyway. That's a fair shout. Okay, you first, so that I can scry. Then I'll take this to scry. Yeah, I'll keep that on top. And then I will equip this to you. Maybe it would have been better on the Artificer's thingamajig to get more damage in the air, but yeah. Another two-headed giant attacks, flip 2 coins. So there's a 25% chance of... There's a 100% chance of that being a pain in the arse I don't want to deal with. Let's chuck this noise out there. Attack with the other two. So I know the two-headed giant can block that, but there's not really any harm in attacking things with vigilance. Fine by me. So let's play this first, and then scry. Give something hexproof. So I could give... Can I see what its abilities are? It's not hexproof already, is it? Sod it. It's a good card either way. So... can go to combat. That would just trade with one of those, which isn't ideal, but it's okay if I wanted to do it. This can be blocked by that. There's no harm in it. Yeah, I'll do that. I really want that, what is it, maximum altitude that gives +1/+1 and fly at this point. Chuck that on Baird, and then make him hexproof. Job's a good one. And as he's historic, then it's got that card draw thing at the end. Wouldn't mind more land so that I can get Cloud Reader Sphinx out, but I think I should take that first. So, have you got a burn spell in hand, or is this a bluff? Two mana left over, 2 red mana left over is a suspicious amount. Yeah, sort of. I'll risk it. Can't take both of them out. What? Don't really know what happened there. Okay, either way. Give you that. Could go straight for the card draw now if I was feeling frisky. So that's 2/4 if I reassign this. Which makes that 4 in the air. Equip it to that. And then attack. So I do have a rescue open for if they're about to try and burn me on this. And that only gives me card draw anyway if they do burn. Three damage to target player and 1 damage to each creature that player controls. So now I'm curious, would these resolve when it goes to damage time? Would I have another chance to rescue? No, because it would die at the same time as that one. So let's rescue that. So, do I want to put this? Yeah, this one out. Get some scry going on. Probably got enough that the charge would be useful. But I'm not certain that I need the planes right now. Okay, so I only need... Oh, I can let them both attack. No. There's no point because that one will just be blocked. Okay. And if I need to, I can... So I can block the Journey Mage depending on how much mana they have left. It might be wiser just to trade that and then have the 7 in the air. Yeah, I think I'll do that either way. If they swing, which presumably they will. Okay, that's not a problem. They're all tapped out, there's nothing they can do about this damage coming in, is there? So we're now 2 for 2, I believe. Which could be worse. Often is worse for me. JH 200 miles per hour. If this isn't an aggro deck, I'm going to be very disappointed. Okay, only 3 lands. Couple of things which I can't play first turn, but I can play an Artificer's Assistant, Short Sword and Scry. Okay. And then I have a Beneficial on a guard for second turn if I need it. So put that on the bottom. I forgot I had that in the deck, but it can be handy at some points. Obviously it's not going to help this game. But the sooner I can get land out, the better. So obviously that's not what I'm hoping for, but I can chuck out my Benelish and equip this on my Artificer's Assistant and then start swinging for 2 in the air. Well, I can see that being a problem quite quickly. Yeah, let's go with that one, shall we? Tolarian Scholar is a creature I can put out next turn. So yeah, I'll keep that out. Much though I want to get through the lands faster. So really, actually, maybe I should have cycled that to the bottom as well to try and get that that way of ruining this guy's day. Because I'm not looking forward to having to deal with a board full of knights. But the more damage I can have in the air, the better. Okay, so I'm just going to let that one through. I don't want to chump with any of these guys, really. I'd rather keep this one to trade with those ones, if nothing else. Although I always can rescue if I need to, if I ever get the mana. Do that. And scare them. Make them think I'm going to mill them. I'm sure they'll be terrified. But it is a format which lends itself more to milling, I think. Probably pick you, shall I? Okay, there goes a bunch of land, which might be good for me. These two can swing in the air. I'm kind of glad that they are using up their one planes so that they don't have it available to do the thing. You know, the thing. Right, so I can either put out the Cloud Reader Sphinx this turn, or I can save this to chump Isle and then rescue it, and then play it again and get another 4 cards out of their hand. I think I'll go for the Cloud Reader Sphinx this turn, let whatever damage feels like come through. Island Plains, nah, I don't need those anymore. I think 5 will do for now. I'd rather get something more immediately useful next time. Because if I get those next two, there's nothing I can bloody play with them anyway. Right, so you two in the air. And if there's nothing they can do about it, then next turn I should have lethal. Ah, of course. I forgot they had that ability. Damn it, these are all knights. Yeah, I'm in trouble then. So I need to move the short sword over to this one, really. And it's just a 4-5 with menace. No problem. 4-4, 4-5 with menace. And then however much these guys can swing for. Okay, maybe I'm not in such a secure position as I thought I was. Deep freeze. There we go. I think I will freeze that one. Because I'm less worried about it doing 4 damage there than about them destroying my guys every time. I know they can do it right now. I could rescue that. I think I shall rescue that. Okay. onto combat. I'll only swing with the one in the air. It's only 2 damage, but still. So I can... This is still a legendary... Oof. Risky, perhaps. I mean, I assume you've got to know you've got plenty of non-land cards at that point, but... Okay, so swinging for 10. Yeah, I'm not sure I can do anything about this. I don't want to take the damage just yet, so I'll trade for that one and just jump with that one. Cloud Reader Sphinx or Tolarian Scholar. Everyone was like, yeah, I don't need the mana. Don't want another Tolarian Scholar. Wouldn't mind another charge. But this coming turn, so I take 10, 13. And I can deal 5. No, that's in the bloody air, isn't it? Well, I'll take the charge anyway. I won't... If I don't block this turn, though. No attackers. Okay, yeah, no, that's that game done. So I've got... So even if I do charge this turn, like, I have nothing to deal with this dude. Play that anyway, as if it's going to make any difference. Swing with everything. If I'd made that, that still would have been a 5/6, that still would have died. So, full attack, 2 attackers. Just 3 damage to him. At least I'll get him down to 2 health. But that's 5, 10, 16, 19 coming through. Okay, that's that. Let's let them finish me off because this is me out of the thing anyway. Why are they not attacking me? Oh, okay, they are. Jobs are good. Okay. Well, yeah. It was a long way off. I thought I was okay for a while there until the Demon Lord Bells and Lock came out, but then I just got... Yeah, I had no chance from the very moment that was played, really. Okay, so... What did we get? Oh yeah, got a quick claim prize. I always do the wrong thing. So what packs have I got? I've got a Core 2019 pack during that as well. Let's have a quick look. Hey, that was that one which we played in the first game. I like that as a theory. I've probably got more Artificer's Assistance than I need. Exile all non-land permanents that aren't legendary. So yeah, I can see some utility for that, but I'll open this Core 2019 as well, because I've got it during the session, so... Wild cards are fine. Yeah, interesting, I guess. I've got to say, I've got a soft spot just for Titanic Growth. I know it's fairly straightforward, but yeah, it speaks to me on a deep spiritual level. Okay, so that was Gaby's Greedy Dominaria draft. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll possibly have another go. I'm not sure if I'll record it though. But yeah, I'd recommend playing it if you're online in the 16 hours after I play this. I'm not sure if I'll have it edited and uploaded by the time it finishes, but yes, good. Do it if you have time and haven't. Thanks for watching.